Fatimata Shibini, student of first semester Mass Communication and Journalism from E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College, Puramannur. Here I am going to reveal about the topic communication. Communication helps people to express their ideas and thoughts and also helps to understand others' feelings. The word communication was originated from the Latin word communis, which means common. Community, communism, commonality, etc. are some words having the same linguistic roots. The ultimate aim of the communication process is to create commons between communicator and receiver of the message. Through the communication, both communicator and receiver enter into a mental agreement. Now let's get into some communication definitions. Lewis Allen definition. Communication is the sum of all the things one person does when he wants to create understanding in the mind of another. It's a bridge of meaning. It involves a systematic and continuous process of telling, listening and understanding. And according to Leyland Brown, communication is the transmission and interchange of facts, ideas, feelings or course of actions. And the American study of training directors implies that communication means the interchange of thoughts, information to bring out the mutual understanding and confidence or good human relations. Joseph A. DeVito defined that communication refers to the act by one or more persons of sending and receiving messages distorted by noise within a context and some effects with some opportunity for feedback. So, we can say that all these definitions came in with some major points. A world without communication is unthinkable. Communication is a complex process. Communication is essential for human relationship and progress. A common symbol of system is essential for communication. According to the definition of Joseph A. DeVito, communication have the following elements: sender, message, channel, receiver, noise, feedback, context and effect. Sender. Sender is the individual who initiates a message and also called communicator or source of communication. Sender is the primary source of communication. The message created from the idea generated in the mind of sender. The idea generating process is called encoding. Receiver. The receiver is the individual or individuals to whom the message is directed. The receiver's role is important as the sender's role. The process of extracting and message from a code and interprets it is called decoding. Communication fails or remains faulty when message is rejected or misinterpreted by the receiver. Feedback. Feedback refers the response and reactions of receiver to the sender's message. When message reaches to the receiver, he decodes the message and sends his response to the sender to complete the communication process. Feedback enables the sender to evaluate the effectiveness of the message. Noise. Noise or communication barrier is anything that distorts message. Noise can take many forms, including a radio playing in the background, another person trying to enter a conversation, and any other distraction that prevents the receiver from paying attention. Context. Context refers to the setting in which communication takes place. The context helps establish meaning and can influence what is said and how it is said. There are at least 4 aspects in regard to this idea: physical, cultural, social, psychological and temporal. Effects. Communication effects represents the changes in the receiver behavior that occurs as a result of transmission of the message. So, when we speak of effective communication, we mean communication that result in changes of receiver's behavior that were intended by the source. Okay, now there are some types of communication. Let's go through it. Intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication is defined as communicating within oneself that take place in our head. It may include self-talk, visualization and even recalling memory. Intrapersonal communication can play an important role in developing your emotional intelligence. Interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is the process of exchanging information between 2 or more people through verbal or non-verbal methods. It often includes face-to-face exchange of information in the form of voice, facial expression, body languages and gestures. Group communication. Group communication is the interaction of exchange of information between group members. This communication is considered as effective. It provides an opportunity for direct interaction among the members of the group. It helps in bringing about changing in attitudes and beliefs. Public communications. Public communication happens when individual and group engage in dialogue in the public sphere in order to deliver a message to a specific audience. This communication includes a speaker and some people as audience. Organizational communication. Organizational communication is the way in which members of the organization interact with each other and people they serve. Types of organizational communication can include superior and subordinate, co-worker to co-worker, and frontline to customer, client, guest, to name a few. Mass communication. Mass communication is the process of imparting and exchanging information through mass media to large segments of population. Mass communication is practiced multiple mediums such as radio, television, social networking, newspapers, magazines, film, and the internet. I hope you understand about communication and what are the types and elements of communications. Thank you.